And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. We are live and amplified here on this Wednesday night. We've got some exciting stuff, as we always do, coming up on this show. We're going to talk a lot of high school baseball. We've got some RCC tennis. We've got some high school football news that's very, very big. And we'll talk some softball as well. But we're going to start things off with the Citrus Belt Area Athletic Directors Re-Leaguing meeting. Say that 10 times fast. They just had it this past Monday at Citrus Valley High School. There was a lot of proposals on the table. Only one pushed through. And we'll get to the one that did not pass in just a moment. But this is the one that passed that has a significant change to our Inland Sports Show coverage area, at least the teams that we cover here. And it's a brand new River Mountain Conference. So we know about, obviously, the River Valley League, and we know about the Mountain Valley League. Well, now we'll have a River Mountain Conference, which will also include Big Bear, of course, right? You can't have a mountain conference without Big Bear. So it'll be the MVL and the RVL mashing together, which it's funny because a lot of the River Valley League schools were in the Mountain Valley League before they were in the RVL, so now they're reunited. It's like a MVL reunion now. So there'll be 10 total teams because Indian Springs will be leaving the Mountain Valley League to go to the Arrowhead Athletic Conference. So those are the 10 schools that'll be part of this new conference beginning not this coming fall, but the following, 2026. So if you're thinking about, I don't know, football specifically, this is for all sports, but football specifically, this will not go into place until the following year, 2026, this new River Mountain Conference. Now, the big news was maybe the proposal that did not pass. So what we showed you for the new River Mountain Conference, that is for all sports, including football, but for all sports. One of the proposals was for a football-only conference in the Citrus Belt area. And we're talking about 90 schools, and they would rank them all. And based on where you're ranked, you would go into a league. So, for example, real quick, a shout out to all you athletic directors and football coaches out there, that were giving me updates on Monday. I appreciate it. Here was that proposal. So in this 90-team football conference where you're ranked by how good you are, for example, in league number 1, it would be Centennial, Murrieta Valley, Chaparral, Vistar Murrieta, so Big West schools, not a big shock there, along with Orange Vista and the Jacks, San Jacinto. That would be league number 1. Can you believe those games? They would be amazing. But all 6 of those teams are like CIF championship caliber teams, and 3 of them might not even make the playoffs probably. So that's league number 1. Again, league number 2, just for fun. This did not pass, but just for fun. League number 2 would be Norco, Roosevelt, Murrieta Mesa, King and Great Oak. So again, a lot of Big West Conference schools in there, along with the Rancho Verde from out of the Ivy League. And one more just for fun. League number 3 would be Vista del Lago, Liberty, Hemet, Temecula Valley, Rancho Christian, and West Valley. Now, I bring this up not because it failed, and it did. It's not happening, but you got to think athletic directors and coaches will revisit this again in the future. But as of right now, this is not happening for a couple of years. The only change is what we just showed you, the River Mountain Conference that they'll establish, not this coming fall, but the following fall. So, man, those would be some brutal leagues, putting all the best teams together, and then so on, all the way down until that bottom league. So they're just trying, again, in the name of competitive equity, trying to make things a lot more fair for teams who might not have a chance to win a league championship or even finish in the top 3 to get into the playoffs. So it failed, but you got to think they're going to revisit that sometime in the future as well. So a 90-team football conference, football only. That would be very, very interesting. So, yeah, so that's what happened at the Citrus Belt Area Athletic Directors meeting. It did not pass, but it's fun to think about some of those league games that could potentially happen there. So, All right, moving along here on the Inland Sports Show, getting live and amplified on this Wednesday night. More big local football news. The IE has had a pipeline to Boise State University. Some of our most favorite guys have gone up to Boise and been stars, including Alexander Madison, who's part of the Inland Sports Show each and every month with his I Am Gifted Athletes of the Month. Hank Bachmeier, the former Murrieta Valley quarterback, played at Boise State. Now we got another QB taking his talents up to Boise State. It is Vistar Murrieta quarterback Bryson Beaver verbally committing to the Broncos. And he's very excited. He says it feels like home. He says Boise State is a perfect fit. And we saw Boise State last year under head coach Spencer Danielson become nationally relevant again in the college football playoff. They had a great team. And the future is right here in the IE with Vistar Murrieta QB Bryson Beaver. So without further ado, our exclusive interview with the QB of the Vistar Murrieta Broncos, Bryson Beaver. Inland Sports. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He is the quarterback of the Vistar Murrieta Broncos, but soon he will be the quarterback of your Boise State Broncos. It is Bryson Beaver. And Bryson, first off, congratulations. I don't know, you might be surprised. I was never some big Division I recruit in football, but is it a sense of excitement? Is it a sense of relief? I mean, when you kind of make that verbal commitment and kind of get your future kind of planned out a little bit, right?
Definitely, yeah. I'd say I'm super pumped about it, super stoked, and it's also pretty relieving too as well. Just you more focus on high school and just focus on winning games there for sure.
All right, so there's probably lots to like about Boise State University, but what was it about? I don't know, the program, the campus, the coaches, the cafeteria. What was it? What was it about Boise State? You're like, man, this place feels like home.
I mean, I'd say it's kind of like a lot of like all of it kind of because like coming from Vista, we got a lot of like connections with Boise State. Like our head coach has some connections there. A lot of players have gone through there. And they've been a dream school of mine for a while now. Like since I was growing up, I watched them on TV. Got a lot of family up there as well, so that's also nice. And I'd say like as soon as I got there, it had like a different feel. Like I got there, had a couple of meetings with coaches, and I was like, I think this is home. Like it felt good.
You were just up there, weren't you? Like this past weekend?
I was on an unofficial visit for the spring game. I went up there, flew up there on Friday morning, flew back Monday night. It was a great trip.
Now, did that trip make the decision for you, or did you kind of already know, like, I want Boise State, but this will just kind of solidify? I'm going to go up there. If I fall in love with it, like, this is the place for me.
I mean, I'd say I was leaning there. Definitely, I was down to my top couple schools, but they were like the last one that I saw like in person. Like I've been up to Boise a couple times, like with family and stuff. But like I've never been on like the new camp, like the campus, and seen everything. But I'd say like I didn't have my mind made up necessarily, but like getting up there and seeing it, I was like, it had a really good feeling. Like I loved it.
Now, Boise has a great track record of, awesome quarterbacks. Hank Bachmeier, of course, Murrieta Valley, another Southwestern League guy. So is that something that was, kind of enticing to you? Like, oh, man, they produce good quarterbacks. They're going to score some points. It could be fun up there to, play in that offense. Did that part of it play a factor?
I'd say definitely. Like all like the good quarterbacks they've had a lot of big names recently. So it definitely had a part to play in it. And
of course you want to go somewhere that's going to be, nationally relevant, right? They were the college football playoff. When you talk national championship, people are always talking about Boise State. How did that process in your decision making in terms of, I want to be a part of something special and maybe play for a championship one day?
Exactly. I mean, I'd say that definitely helped the case for sure after making the college football playoff. But I'd say one of the biggest reasons for me was like just trying to find a good fit for the offense, like scheme wise and everything. And other than like being a great program, like top in the nation, it also is a great fit for me. So it was just like it's kind of perfect.
Well, everybody loves Coach Danielson, man. He was the right guy at the right place at the right time for Boise State. And he made them relevant again and really turned that program around this past season. So what has your interaction been with Coach Danielson, and why do you feel like you could play for him and have some success under him?
Oh, I mean, I've talked to Coach Danielson a couple times now, and he's a great guy. Like I've also like heard a lot of good things about him, obviously. Talked to a lot of people who's talked to him. Like, I've never heard anything bad about him. He's a great guy. And they offered me over the phone like a couple weeks ago. He was on the phone, great guy. That was the first time I actually got to talk to him, and it was just awesome. And that helped a lot. And going up, seeing him in person, like everything's true about him. Like, great guy, great coach. Like, I can't wait to play for him.
All right, Bryson, so let's talk about Vistar Murrieta a little bit, man, like this upcoming season. I mean, what's your goals for this upcoming year?
I mean, our goal since day one's to been to play in December. Like, we want to play in December. We want to play late. We want to win a lot of games late. That's our goal, is to win the state championship. That's our goal at Vista.
So, Bryson, you're already an awesome quarterback, but tell me something. If you were giving me the scouting report on Bryson Beaver, what would you say, like, man, I need to be a little bit better here, or I could do this and clean this up just a little bit?
I would say definitely, like, I can move a little bit. I'd say I'm fast enough. I can move, but I want to get, like, a little sneaky athletic. But I want to be able to, like, move, like, more design runs. Because, like, I had a good amount of, like, rushing yards this year, like, 400 to 500, but none of them were like design runs. They're all kind of scramble type. Mm-hmm. So I want to try to get more design runs in there.
All right, done. I'm texting Coach Candell right now. Coach,
thank you.
Get Bryson some runs. No more broken plays. Just designed run plays for Bryson.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love that.
Do you consider, like, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, I'm a dual threat quarterback, or you're like, hey, I look like the prototypical, pocket passer, but I can run a little bit. Like, how would you kind of describe your game?
I mean, I would say, if I had to describe it, I'd say more of a pro style. But I mean, I kind of do whatever the coaches need me. So I mean, if they need me to run a little bit, I got a pretty big body, so I could use that. But I'd say, like, definitely more pro style, I'd say.
Bryson, is there a quarterback that the way they play, maybe you see some similarities, or maybe just the guy that you just look up to? Maybe he's like, I don't know, let's say like Lamar Jackson, who's a running quarterback, but you guys maybe there's not a lot of similarities there in terms of style, but you look up to him. Is there just a guy that you look up to, or a guy that you see similarities or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say for me, I look up to, like, guys like Joe Burrow, and then a young guy like Jackson Dart. I'd say we play, like, we have similar playing styles, and I think they're great competitors and great players, so I'd look up to them for sure.
Bryson, we have the NFL draft coming up this week.
Oh, yeah.
Is that, like, in the back of your mind, the big goal? Like, man, I want to play in the league one day.
Definitely. I feel like, I mean, that's why everybody should do it. Like, I mean, definitely helps getting free college, but I mean, like, my goal is to play in the NFL someday, so I mean, that's definitely a dream of mine for sure.
Have you thought about what that moment might feel like? I know that's years down the road, but these guys are preparing for the draft this week, and they're hoping to hear their name called. And have you let yourself kind of think that far ahead?
I mean, I'd say, like, I've obviously thought about, like, wow, like, that'd be amazing, just, like, hearing your name called. But I mean, not, like, too seriously, but definitely I've thought about it for sure. Like, that's definitely a dream of mine for sure.
And Bryson, finally, what does your family think about all this with Boise? Are they happy for you? Are they also kind of relieved, I guess? Like, hey, we don't have to take all these visits anymore. You're good now. We can just focus on Vistar Murrieta.
I mean, I'd say, yeah, they're definitely excited about it. They're super excited for me, and yeah, I mean, like, the recruiting process, it's a lot. It's pretty stressful sometimes, but it's also super fun. It's something you gotta, like, take in and enjoy. But they're relieved and pumped. They're everything. They're excited, relieved, everything. They love Boise.
Yeah, I can only imagine it. It must be stressful, but that's an awesome thing, right? To be going through. It's a privilege to be recruited 100%. So heavily like that. But I'm sure you probably, I don't know, Coach Candell might be like, hey, I heard from so and so today, or maybe you get stuff in the mail just randomly. Like, I'm sure you're always being contacted different ways, right? Email, letters, phone calls.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of ways to reach out and talk to you, but it's definitely nice to find a home, and kind of like now I can kind of, like, I think I said before, I kind of focus on high school and getting ready for that and winning more games there. So it'll be a super fun senior year. I'm excited.
That's awesome. Well, Bryson, congratulations on Boise State, man. Can't wait to see your upcoming season for Vistar Murrieta, see what you guys do this season. Maybe a state championship. You never know, right?
You never know. We're hoping.
All right, that is Bryson Beaver, the quarterback for Vistar Murrieta, verbally committing to Boise State. Bryson, thank you for hopping on the Inland Sports Show, man. We really appreciate it. Congratulations to you and your family.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Inland Sports. Bryson Beaver, man, he's going to have a big senior season. I just know it for the Vistar Murrieta Broncos. All right, we get back here on the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified on a Wednesday night. Let's see. We've got highlights of Aquinas versus Arrowhead Christian in baseball. We'll preview the next county clash at San Manuel Stadium. So a very special moment on the baseball diamond at the Rancho Verde High School. A dramatic finish at San Bernardino at Cardinal City. And the Temescal Canyon softball team is red hot right now. In fact, they picked up another win this afternoon against San Jacinto. They are on an incredible win streak right now. We'll tell you about that as well when we come back here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, right after this. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kids Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Yucaipa, right off the 10 freeway at Yucaipa Boulevard. Eat more chicken. And as the football season wraps up across Southern California, turn to Sanitation Solutions for comprehensive laundry and athletic equipment services. They can take care of your weekly uniform laundry and end-of-season equipment inventory. And if you'd like to promote your business or organization on the show, send us an email. Help us share the positive sports stories here in the Inland Empire.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Want to know the best type of recovery for athletes at zero cost? I'm talking about sleep, of course. As an athlete, good sleep can help you reduce your risk of injury, improve your strength and power output, as well as improve your overall work capacity. It also helps you bounce back quickly from the stress of competition. As a student, adequate sleep can help boost your mood, cognition, productivity, and relationships. Bottom line, don't sleep on sleep. Boostman.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. We are live and amplified on this Wednesday night. We appreciate you tuning in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the Inland Sports Show YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it. Give this video a like as well. It helps us get noticed out there. If you love the IE, you love positive sports stories, we are the place. So we appreciate you tuning in each and every week. Let's talk some high school baseball, man. We got some good games going on, league championship races, rivalries, a lot of good stuff going on right now in the high school baseball diamond. We're going to start with a big one that happened on Tuesday afternoon in Redlands. Arrowhead Christian hosting Aquinas. And the Aquinas Falcons are one of the best teams, period. In the IE, in the state, probably in the country as well. They are 19-2 right now. And depending on the rankings, like if you look at the Press Enterprise rankings, for example, they're only behind Corona. Corona High, obviously, maybe the best team in the nation right now. Aquinas is number 2. They've got a really good team, but the Ambassador League is tough for baseball, man. They've got some good teams, some good players in the Ambassador League, including ACA, which is never easy to win out there in Redlands. And Aquinas and Arrowhead Christian playing twice this week. They'll play in San Bernardino tomorrow on Thursday. But game 1 on Tuesday, out in Redlands, it was tied at 6. Bases loaded for ACA in the bottom of the 6th. And Tyler Young flies out to left field. Got a little wild there with the wind. So we go to extra innings, and the Aquinas Falcons find a way to push across, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 runs in the top of the 7th inning to give themselves an 11-6 lead. There was a lot of home runs as well. Mason Greenhouse had a couple home runs for Aquinas, and ACA also hit a couple out, but it's the Aquinas Falcons winning this one by a final score of 11-6. So a big 7th inning as the Eagles kind of unravel in this one. The Falcons getting a big win on the road, but the good news for ACA is they'll get to see Aquinas again. We'll see if the Falcons pick up another Ambassador League victory on Thursday to tighten their grip on that Ambassador League lead right now. But Aquinas sure looks like a Division I team for the upcoming CIF Southern Section playoffs, just like they were last year. Remember, they went to the quarterfinals in Division I. They played Corona in a great game out there in San Bernardino. All right, speaking of San Bernardino, not this Saturday, but the following, May 3rd, we have another edition of the County Clash, and we'll be out there again. Here's how the schedule is shaping up. We'll give you a reminder next week as we get closer, but on May 3rd, leading things off at 1 p.m., it will be Summit against Bloomington, followed by Kaiser against San Gorgonio at 4 o'clock. And the nightcap, you just saw the Aquinas Falcons. Well, we will see them on Saturday night, May 3rd, and the main event, 7 p.m., as the Aquinas Falcons will take on Ontario Christian in Ambassador League play. And we're going to have the 4 p.m. game and the 7 p.m. game live on IEMG. So make sure you check that out. We'll have both those games back-to-back live on the Inland Empire Media Group YouTube channel. Happy to bring that to you, but it should be a fun day of baseball, wall-to-wall baseball at San Manuel Stadium. Another edition of the County Clash coming up on Saturday, May 3rd. Some good games there. All right, time now for our big boost play of the week, and I hope you guys had a chance to see this. If not, that's why we always replay the big boost play of the week right here on the Inland Sports Show. If you did not catch it on social media, one of our favorite plays of the season. It came from Rancho Verde High School taking on the Paris Panthers on the baseball diamond. Take a look. Inland Sports. So Mustang pitchers Jaime Chavez and Marcus Villalvazo combined on a no-hitter against Paris. A 3-zip win. But here's the top play. Rancho Verde's Juan Morones gets a base hit here, and he is going to motor all the way around the bases, and he's going to touch home plate. Now, Juan is a senior for Rancho Verde. He is autistic, but he got up to the plate, and he delivered when it mattered the most. Man, a big shout-out to the Mustangs. Also, a big shout-out to the Paris Panthers, man, for making a special play. There's Juan right there in the middle, number 15, touching home plate. And what a touching moment between both these teams celebrating Juan Morones in our Big Boost Play of the Week. Man, we love to see that. Brings a big smile to our faces. So if you catch an awesome play in the pool, on the diamond, on the court, on the gridiron, wherever it may be, this is just a good reminder to tag Inland Sports, or better yet, just send us that video clip so we can share it with everyone else here on the Inland Sports Show, including plays like that, man. That's awesome. That is what sports is all about. All right, listen, a dramatic finish between San Bernardino and Indian Springs. You can catch the highlights of this game right now on IEMG. Cardinals and Coyotes tied in extra innings. In the 8th inning, San Bernardino had the bases loaded. Indian Springs got the force out at home. Bases still loaded, only one out, when Chris Rogers delivers the game-winning hit. So if Steve Rogers is Captain America, then Chris Rogers has got to be Captain Cardinal, because he's a superhero, man. He delivered a big hit as the Cardinals celebrate the walk-off win against their rival Indian Springs in Mountain Valley League play. Complete highlights and a post-game interview with Captain Cardinal Chris Rogers right now on IEMG, so check that out. All right, and finally here in this segment, we're going to go from the baseball diamond to the old softball diamond. Our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game this week involves the Temescal Canyon softball team, and they are cooking right now. They are on an 8-game winning streak, including today against San Jacinto. They've won 8 games in a row. They have scored during that 8-game stretch. They have scored 120 runs during this 8-game winning streak, which is incredible. Including 5 shutouts in this one. Earlier today, they beat San Jacinto by a score of 19-4. So specifically in Mountain Pass League play, they beat San Jacinto 15-0, Elsinore 14-zip, Tuckwitz 17-zip, West Valley 25-zip, and San Jacinto again today by a score of 19-4. But Elsinore, they've got a great program. They're rivals. They're going to play under the lights on Friday night. It should be a big one. We'll see if Temescal Canyon can keep this rolling. They've been in, again, white hot. They're cooking. Or can the Tigers sneak up and get them? It's our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game this week, Friday night, under the lights at Temescal Canyon High School. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. We're going to serve up some Riverside City College men's tennis. The Tigers reached the Southern California Championship match as a team this past Saturday. They're the Orange Empire Conference champions, and now they are going to the state tournament with all the singles and all the doubles teams advancing to Ojai this week. We're going to check in with RCC men's tennis when we come back here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, next.
And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Yucaipa, right off the 10 freeway at Yucaipa Boulevard. Eat more chicken. And as the football season wraps up across Southern California, turn to Sanitation Solutions for comprehensive laundry and athletic equipment services. They can take care of your weekly uniform laundry and end-of-season equipment inventory. And if you'd like to promote your business or organization on the show, send us an email. Help us share the positive sports stories here in the Inland Empire. The Inland Sports Show is proud to partner with Dr. Marcus Paulson and Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Dr. Paulson and his team work with children, teens, and adults using orthodontic products like traditional braces and Invisalign to make a difference in the appearance, comfort, and function of each patient's teeth. Paulson Orthodontics welcomes new patients, so schedule a visit today. Paulson Orthodontics. We make braces fun.
Do nutrition supplements really build muscle? Absolutely, if you know what to take and how to take it. First, it's important to understand that muscle doesn't build itself. Any use of supplements should be backed by a solid strength program. Second, timing is key. Consuming supplements at the right time makes them that much more effective. Lastly, make sure you're consuming the right supplements. For my athletes, I always recommend carbohydrates, whey protein, and a high-quality creatine. Your boy, Boostman.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
Hey everybody, Coach Andy Wise here. We're out at Corona High School. I got my man Pep Fernandez and my favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching right now, and I know you are. Let's talk some Riverside City College men's tennis. Their season is going to wrap up this week. They are going to be in Ojai. In fact, as of this Wednesday night, I believe they traveled there earlier today to get ready for the state tournament. They've got all 6 singles advancing and also all 3 doubles teams advancing for head coach Evan Perry and the Tigers. It's been a great year. Orange Empire Conference champions. They made it as a team to the Southern California Championship match, and now they're hoping to bring home some more hardware after this weekend. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Perry along with 2 of his studs on the court. Mikey Chang out of Arlington High School and Ronith Sriram out of King High School. So a couple Riverside guys taking their talents to RCC. In fact, Mikey Chang will be playing at UC Riverside coming up next. He's a sophomore, so he'll be going from a Tiger to a Highlander. So let's hear from RCC to kind of just talk about their season. It's been a great, successful season for RCC, and it's not done yet. They're going to Ojai to win some trophies. Here's RCC men's tennis, which you can also find right now on Riverside TV. Inland Sports.
Pretty much every year, our number one goal is to win conference. Thankfully, we were fortunate enough to do that this year. We were undefeated in conference play. Every year is different. We have a strong conference. We play a very strong schedule. So number one goal is always win conference, and my expectations were then to do as well as we can in our region, because we have solid teams throughout SoCal, even outside of our conference. And the other is to qualify as many people as we can for our individual tournament, which was happening this week. Well, it's really rewarding because we essentially play the same lineup the entire season. So we had the same 6 guys playing singles, and we had those same 6 guys playing doubles, and it takes a toll on their bodies and their minds. I always tell people it's really hard to keep college student athletes both healthy and eligible, and they were both, everyone was able to do that. And so it's really rewarding to see them take this next step, whether it's their first year or their second year. And we have some really solid players on both singles and doubles. I believe we have a strong chance to do very well. I don't want to make predictions, but we have 3 really strong doubles teams. We have the number 2 seed for the whole tournament from RCC, and we have 2 singles players that have a really strong chance to go far, if not more. But again, it's great competition. That's the beauty of junior college tennis, especially in Southern California. You're playing at the highest level. We played 4-year schools all the time. We have a winning record the last 3 years against 4-year schools, both D2, D3, NAI. So if you're considering coming to a junior college and you don't think that it may be at the level, look around and come watch the competition at Ojai. I think the mental side plays a huge role. The level of self-belief these guys have shown from the fall when they got here till now has seen a lot of growth. But we don't do a whole lot in terms of like, oh, hey, you need to change this technique on your serve or your forehand. They're well versed in that area. We will stress some tactics, especially in doubles, but we're not making a whole lot of changes. We're saying really just remember the work you put in, remember your self-belief, and we try to just focus on helping them execute their strengths and then being comfortable with those things that they're not necessarily we consider weaknesses, but areas to improve. And it's as good a time as any to do it with good competition. So we want to see them succeed individually, and what's great about this team, the team culture, is they love to see each other do well. I mean, whether they win all their matches or not, they want to be cheering at the top of their lungs for their brothers, and that's what's so rewarding to coach this team. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that go on, and we have 10 or 11 players on the roster, and they don't necessarily get the recognition because they're not playing in the lineup consistently, but those guys have contributed, and I just want to say thank you to them because they're great teammates, great training partners for the guys who are competing this week at Ojai. And also, I have 2 fantastic assistant coaches that are both former RCC players, and Chris Lee and Emilio Real, and they've helped me tremendously. Couldn't do this without them. And I would say lastly, for the guys that are moving on to their next school, our captain Lance Lau and our number 1 player Mikey Chang, they've done so much for this program, and just so proud of them. And lastly, we have 2 Riverside products, born and raised, top 2 players in Mikey Chang and Ronit Sriram. So that's rewarding to see for me, since my main job is a teaching pro here in Riverside. So that's just all a coach can ask for and more.
To be honest, in tennis, you go through a lot of losses where, to be honest, at this point, I've learned how to basically refocus myself. Like, it's a loss, you have to push it behind. You don't have to, sit on it. So what I do is I go home. I might think about it for 1 or 2 days, but then after that, I just need to make sure to focus my mind on the next matches, like Ojai. And I actually try to help my doubles partner Lance out with that too, just trying to get refocused. That way we can all do good in Ojai. The main thing about that is you have to be really consistent with your playing. You can't just, a lot of players, they always go up and down in their playing level, whereas I try to stay as consistent as I can. I might not be playing at the highest level every time, but I'm not going to be playing at my lowest. And that's really important when playing higher level players. And especially when we're going to 7 rounds, you have to make sure every round is at your pretty much your best that you could do for that day. To be honest, my whole season I've been having a pretty good season. My record's pretty good, so I mean I really have not much more to lose right now. I really can only go up from here. I mean I'm not going out there. I don't have much pressure on me. I just go out and do my best, and if he's the favorite, he has more pressure, so it'll be way easier on me.
It's kind of I'd say a different story than the rest for me. At the beginning of the season, my goal was to find love for tennis again, because my senior year in high school, or end of my junior year in high school, I got burnt out. I'd say that's the best way to put it. I stopped playing tournaments. Senior year, I just played high school tennis. Everything was fun, but I didn't really have that competitive spirit that I needed to have. And I came into RCC, I was like, you know what, I'm with a new bunch of guys. I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna compete, I'm gonna try my best. And coach has given me a real opportunity. And during these matches, I found my love for the game again, and that I like to compete, and I like to fight, and I like those close matches. And so, I would say that was the goal, which I've achieved all around. So I'm happy about that, because I know I can keep playing the game. Yeah, you just gotta remind yourself that what's in the past is in the past. It was a tough loss, but we all had things that we could have done better. So our goal now is to do them better at the next tournament. That's mainly what we're working on. The work we've put in this whole year, you know, me hitting with the guys at like 12 o'clock sometimes, and just all the extra work we put in, you know, it's our time to show what we have, you know. So it's a privilege that all of us are in it, so all of us have an equal chance to show what we got, and hopefully the Tiger takes it all the way. That's the goal.
Inland Sports.
All right, best of luck to the Tigers this week up in Ojai, and you can find more on RCC Men's Tennis this week on Inside Riverside on Riverside TV. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Inland Sports Show. A lot of high school baseball right now and high school softball as we get closer to the CIF Southern Section postseason. I know we've got beach volleyball going on right now already in the playoffs, and soon enough will be baseball, softball, volleyball. What am I missing? Boys volleyball. So there's a lot going on. It's a busy time of the year right now here in the IE. So we appreciate you checking in, trusting us to bring you the latest here in the Inland Sports Show coverage area right here in the IE. Once again, my name is Pep Fernandez. You guys, thanks for tuning in. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. Good night.